What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. I'm beat up. All right, anyways, we could, it's already gotten away from us. Well, I was going to say we could look at crude, but if it goes up a little bit back again, we can maybe take a look at it. That would be something would be worth our time. But it was pretty quiet yesterday as well, which is more indicative that they're not going much higher. But we'll see. We don't make predictions. But that certainly put a little damper on it, as it didn't give us a chance to get in. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. Again, it's relatively quiet, relatively uneventful at the moment. And unfortunately, as they say, we can only trade the markets we have, not the markets that we want. So, no, there is certainly there's time to make this a blow up in one side or the other, but right now it's a battle to see who wants to puke first. The battle to puke first. So again, it's been this, the last day, you know that now that we're obviously trending lower, okay, that the action is uneventful as rule to the upside, unless we get a little bit of a blow off to the upside, okay, which certainly we could get. We could certainly get at any moment. Nobody knows the answer to that. So now we're going to get a trade in crude. And crude only. Okay. Stop is going to be at 81.98. Yeesh. 81.98. But we do not have a trade yet, so that's why we does what we does. We do not have a trade yet, so we wait until it says that it's okay to trade. Again, this is what you always have to remember as you trade, okay, is you only want to take the opportunities that are of high probability. Okay. That is our only concern. If the trades are high probability, we're going to take them. If they're not, we're not going to take them. We're going to sit back and watch. And so now we get a stop at 98, and we may get a trade here. Now it's going to measure into, are we going to be able to manage the risk model here? Now, is the risk going to get too big? And right now it's not bad. Again, anywhere over 20, I'd be okay with it, which appears to be where we should get an entry. Okay, go ahead. Uh, uh, 98 stop. Okay. So we have our first open trade right now. And let's see if there's anything else going on because we're already set up. We've got our orders working below. See if anything else works out here. And again, it's pretty quiet. It's not real exciting, unfortunately. Unfortunately, not very exciting. As they continue to run a little bit higher. Okay, so again, we have to wait. We have to be patient. We get no bonus points. Excuse me, for over trading. That we know. We don't get bonus points for that. It's better to be patient and wait for it. Good morning, sir. Okay, that's the bottom line. Okay, we're not in a hurry to do anything. All we're in a hurry now for is to take some profit. We're getting to that point, and hopefully we'll get them off right now. At least we'll get some of them off, and there's one. Okay, so now your stop should be at break even. Okay, you should have no risk to the trade, and you're probably stopped out. Does that concur? Did you get one off and you're stopped out now? Hello? Is anybody there? So you're one off when one still okay. So you got a better entry than I did. Okay, that's good. But you've bought everybody's got a profit locked in no matter what. Is that correct? Okay. Okay. And thanks for emailing this morning because I actually forgot. I was so tired. I got home so late last night that I forgot. That's the fact, Jack. I forgot. All right, so now we're just back to looking for the next trade. Okay. And what's the next trade gonna be? I don't know. I don't know if there'll be another trade. All I know is that we got a small win. Okay, it's certainly not our objective to get a ton of small wins. We know that. We all recognize that. But at the end of the day, all we can do is what we can do. We can only trade the market that is in front of us. Okay, that's the bottom line. So as much as I'd like to do more, and of course I would love to do more, I'd like to make 50 trades altogether. I can't do that because they're not there. That is indeed the whole key to what we're talking about is that if the trade isn't there, what am I going to trade? I can't force a trade to do what I want it to do. Okay, so we're watching, and again, there's not a lot going on, and because this is going to be replayed for somebody else, this is This is 9:10 Eastern. We're trading right now. There is not much trading to do. So certainly, everything is just kind of stable and solid and sitting here, not doing very much. Okay. So we will sit and we will wait a little bit longer. Okay. And we will not force the action. And of course, the indexes don't have enough volume to make any decision right now. I can see this. I'd love to sell that, but there's not enough liquidity in it for us to sell it. Okay, you're out, but you're out with some some profit. You're out with some profit, which is a good thing. That's the good side of the equation. Now, certainly, if you just looked at this naked without realizing what time it was and looking at the overall volume, that fits perfect and that fits perfect. But again, it's just not enough. But if if you took it without saying to me, I couldn't fault you. Okay. Again, I couldn't say, hey, you're wrong. It's the right trade. It's just not the right trade when you have more than, if you're not trading just by yourself. Excuse me. So again, this is the perspective that you have to take. Is one of the conditions more ideal for you? Okay. So maybe we'll get another one in crude. I don't know. It's possible. Again, we don't know what the answer will be. All we know is that we are ready, prepared to rock. And right now it's just relatively quiet. Okay, as we stare in the middle of space, hoping for a reason to get in and trade. And right now we don't have one. Okay. Certainly this open right now is not bullish. Okay, this is almost at a point where it's screaming sell. Now, again, we're not going to predict the market, nor are we going to act on what I'm saying to you now. But what we do recognize is that most likely the better opportunities are going to come to the short side of the market right now. So again, we'll just continue to stare at the paint while it's drying. Maybe there's something coming in gold potentially, maybe crude again potentially. But isn't it nice to be out with a tiny profit versus sitting here hoping that it comes back in your favor so that you can get out of break even at this point? Those are the things you have to remember. Okay. We all have the coulda, woulda, shoulda stories. Yeah, but that we don't trade coulda, woulda, shoulda here. Okay. We trade absolute. Okay. They're not all winners, but at least we know that we have a reason to be in a trade. And you've seen when there are busier days, we trade more because there's more to do. And if there's more to do, I'm willing to take more risk if there's more opportunity. But if there's not more opportunity, why under any reason would I ever want to take risk when my opportunities are limited? It doesn't make sense. Certainly, I'm hoping, I don't think this is going to get there. I would hope it would. Now here, if we get up to about even 4,000, which would still be a little short in crude, I would be willing to maybe look at it. Gold. And again, there's a couple that are going to be like right. The wire, here's the wire. So they're not really there. So is it a trade I want to take? Yeah, think about it. But why should I? Again, if I can exhibit enough patience not to take those trades, doesn't that make it better for me? If I can learn the patience not to get involved in things that are close and just wait, in the conditions that we're in, doesn't that make more sense to trade that way? And it doesn't mean this won't be a monster winner. But the point is that you're building good habits going forward as well. It's not just about today's trade and about today's action. It's about building good habits for yourself for the future. Now, one would hope that maybe we'll get some right back to back with these. Okay. Now, gold is going to be a trade this time, almost for sure. Okay, the question is, will the price stay? But the volume is going to get there, I would think. And yeah, this would have worked. This might work. It might be working. But again, I don't want to put myself at that kind of risk or exposure into maybe it might work. Maybe it might work. That's not what I'm here for. So we are forced to sit. Counselor, did you get the email I sent you last night with the Monday levels? Cool. Okay. Hopefully you can talk to Kelly. Maybe she can figure out why you're getting bounced. Excuse me. So gold's going to be a trade. Okay. So we can actually start to look at it right now. Okay. Now we know as of the moment, stop is going to be at 23.37. Okay. At the moment, that can change. And in fact, we'd prefer it change because we'd prefer to even go higher before we get in. But there you can see it. That's pretty clear. Okay. This is hard to sell. Right now, 23, 29 or lower will sell. Okay, now we're getting into the gray area of how much risk you're willing to take on this trade. Okay. I'm going to take it. It's optional to you if you choose to take it. It's a little bit more risk. Okay. Oops. One too many clickers. What did I say the stop was? I already forgot. 37. Okay, so we're heading in our favor right now. Again, we'll stay there. I don't know. We'll see. But again, this is a very lackluster market. Okay. The activity is very lackluster. Oops. Yeah, you should be out of one. Okay. Now go to break even on the balance. Okay, I can't even get there. It happened. It moved too fast while I was talking. Okay, but we are out of one. Okay, with the profit. Okay, so now we're gonna let it trade. I'm gonna let it come back down now, and I'll give instructions as I see them. But the recovery was so fast. Okay, that by the time I got the words out of my mouth, you couldn't have gotten out of break even. Well, maybe some of you did, but I'm going to assume no. Well, of course, I think we're all still in. I don't know that anybody could have, not that we wanted to act that fast, but I don't think that anybody could have acted that fast to get themselves out. Now you're back in profit, so now you can get to break even, and my recommendation is you do so. Okay, that is now my recommendation. Get to break even. Again, I got to play the conditions of the market as they are, not as I want them to be. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to make sure that I get the money. If I can get the money, I'm getting the money. Okay, I want more, but again, you cannot let greed overwhelm when the markets are not giving you the opportunities that we need to get what we want. Okay, there will be a time when we will be much greedier. We won't be as fast to lock them out. But at this current point in time, we are not going to let the markets dictate to us and let us become losers on trades that could be easily winners. Okay, so it's important to understand what you're trying to do, and if you're not, I'm still in now. I think most of you are probably still in. Okay, so now you're getting close to getting off the second one. Okay, but again, my concern is I got a profit. I'm not letting it get away. I don't want to get screwed. Okay, I want it to be a profitable trade because I'm dealing in much tougher conditions. And again, we can just go back the last month. We had some very busy days that were unbelievable and good. And we've had some days that are like this, very blasé, very hard. And so you have to be able to adjust your overall thinking to the markets as you're trading them. As you can see what you can see, it's important to be in that position. Does that make sense? Okay, but we know we all made money. That we know. All right, this is the second gold is off. Okay, so now you have a big profit. Well, not a big profit, but you got a profit. Okay, so now I want you to take your stop and move it to $1 profit on the stop side. Okay, because you've got $3 profit already. Okay, so whatever size you're trading, you got $3. So it's if you're it's 30 to 300 depending on how many or what you're trading. And now you're going to get, if you want, you can get a third one off, or you can let a stop work. Okay, But what I would do now that you've got another move, I'd lock in another dollar. Okay. So your stop should be somewhere around 23, around 23, 26. That's a $3 profit plus the $3 you already got. So that's a $600 trade on a big size contract, a $60 trade on a micro. Okay. And if you're trading multiple micros, then it's 60 times the multiple. Does that make sense? Okay, so you're all in pretty good shape right now. Would that be a fair statement? Up $100. There you go. Okay. So now we're considering what? Now we're not in a hurry. We're gonna let this thing trade. Okay. We know we got approximately $100, depending again, everything is depending on size. Somewhere between 100 and 1,000. Okay, but no less than 100. Okay. So again, we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll let the market trade for us. Okay, and we'll work it from there. In the meantime, we're also very close to getting stopped out now, but again, we're getting stopped out at a nice profit, not at a loss. Okay, so I am out of gold completely. I made $400. Okay, and again, I have more than one on, so, and I'm not trading the big ones with you guys. So for this call, I made $400. Not bad. Now again, you made 100, you made 200, you made 300. Depends. You made 1,000. Everything depends on the contract you traded, this the amount that you were putting at risk. Okay. So if you want to throw up some numbers for me so I can make sure that we're all on the same page and we're getting it right, please do so. And there are no trades on this cycle. Okay. $85, $200, 365. Okay. That's exactly where you should be, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, I can't be exact because again, everybody's fill may be a little bit different. And now we're getting ready for the opening. And we have no positions on, and we got profit. I can't complain about that. That sounds pretty good to me. And 10 seconds to go. Let's see what happens today. It's been pretty draggy the last few days. So again, if it's draggy, we don't have to force ourselves in. Pretty much that simple. We get choice. And they're just kind of chopping around. It's interesting. It looks like they're running and going in place. So the Russell's a potential coming as a sale. The Dow could be a potential coming as a buy. But relatively quiet. Okay, so again, we're not going to be overly aggressive here. because the markets are not giving us the opportunity to be overly aggressive. It really comes down to being that simple. Okay, so the Russells are for sure going to be a look. Nothing else really is all that exciting, but the Russell will for sure be somewhat of a look. In fact, I'm going to go look at it right now. Okay, right now the stop in the Russell would be 199.20. Oh, yeah. Now they're giving it. They're taking so much of it back. Now again, you could make that trade, but I, in good conscience, can't get involved in it. It's just too much blowback for me. Here, you lost half the bar. So what's the interest? What's the reasoning? The Dow, however, is much more of a possibility. The volume is pretty light, though. It's pretty thin. Okay, but it's worth a look. It's definitely worth a little bit of a peek. Now again, are we going to get screwed on this side of the trade? Stop is going to be at 38,489. Be close. But we don't have a trade yet anyways, but that would be something. $66 or higher. It ain't there. Okay. No trade. All right. So we're still waiting. Again, this might screw us because it could go straight out from here and you say, well, what an idiot he is. Well, sorry. I'm just trying to protect your ass along with my own. Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't such a bad mistake. Okay. There will be no trading tomorrow or Thursday, I think. Okay. I'll let you know for sure. If there is, you'll get an invite. But as of now, there is no trading tomorrow or Thursday. Okay. I'm doing the event in Vegas, obviously. But I'll let you know for sure. You'll get an invitation if there is. But as of this moment, figure no trading the next 2 days. Give you a break from me, from my miserable self. Vote goes in tomorrow morning. Good. I am not doing my Tradier show. You'll see a replay of this for my Tradier show. Okay. I don't have time. I'm doing a Vegas event with the Target. So, okay. Nothing is going to be a trade on this bar with the exception of potentially the Dow we're still looking at. Nothing else. Okay. And the Dow right now, the buy would be at 45 or above. It did not get there yet, so we're fine. Okay. And that's our business, right? Our business is patience. Our business is waiting for the opportunities that create the best opportunity. That is our business. And the flash PPI is coming out soon or whatever. So I don't know how deeply. No, 6E is not a trade. Okay, it could be close. But again, I don't know that we want to get involved in front of numbers that are coming out right now. Okay. That's the point. I don't think that we want to get involved. I told you there's two big numbers coming out in 10 minutes. You want to put on a position in front of those numbers? No, that's okay. Not a problem. Again, you have to make the decision if you want to put on positions in front of the numbers that are coming. Okay. That's the thing you always got to remember. Okay. Do you want to be involved? And my answer would always be, no, I don't really want to be involved right before a number. I mean, if it was a dramatic move, I mean, not 7 ticks. If it was 70 ticks, yeah, I'd take a shot at it. I mean, I will buy the Dow in front of that number. Okay. If it gives me a buy, I will take my chances there. Again, it may be wrong, but because we're down 100 points in the Dow, I'm willing to take that exposure versus 6 ticks here. Okay. So if you do it in real dollars, it's $72 versus 500. Yeah, I'll take a chance of something that's down $500 into the number than something that's down 72. The stop is 38,456. Well, now you got to make up your mind. Is it worth trading this? And I'm going to say no. I don't think in the conditions of the market that we have, taking 100 ticks risk on a maybe trade is really worth it. Now, if it comes back down a little bit, I'll give it a look. Again, this is a tough call. Okay. If I'm trading like a robot, but I don't really want you, okay, nor myself, to take 100 ticks risk right now. Do you want to take 100 ticks risk right now on that trade? Doesn't mean it won't work. Doesn't mean we're right. But do you really want to jump in front of something that could easily reverse? And I don't think you want to. Okay. You know, for sure, we could possibly be out by one by now and be at break even. Okay. Okay. Well, so call me an idiot. It's okay. You won't be the first. But I'm defending mine and your capital. And that's as simple as it gets. Okay. I'm defending the money, which is what we do. Okay. So that we can grow the money. So it was wrong. Okay. Yeah. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? And now it's back. So now the Russell, yeah, I'll take this if it gets up there. If you got work to do, there's not going to be enough volume. So how am I going to make the trade? Gold, there's not enough volume. How am I going to make the trade anyway? Doesn't really matter. So basically now we're done until the number comes up. Okay. And I'll stick with you through the number to see we still make money overall following your trade. And isn't that why we're here? Okay. We'll wait for the number. I don't know how much trade I'll be able to do after the number, but we will wait for it just to see the market reaction. But I do have to hit the road pretty quickly. But So again, we're going to sit and watch and wait and see. But again, we're really kind of handcuffed now because we're not going to trade right in front of a flash number. So we'll sit here, we'll wait, and not do much. And so we're getting a run up into the number. I would assume that you might get one quick pop after the number, which would probably be a sale. Okay, but again, we don't know. Now, if this Russell continues to run, again, there's always exceptions to every rule, depending on the activity that we get with it. Okay, but there's going to be no trade either way. Even if there wasn't news, there's not going to be a trade. There certainly was a potential in gold, but well, let's see what happens here. So we got the next minute should be some news. And there you go. Okay, so you have a potential in notes, euro currency, just about everything. Okay, let's see what happens. I may call these, but again, I won't be able to stay the whole time, most likely. So, but I'll certainly look at them with you. The Amazon roll filled for you Saturday, fellas and ladies. Okay, so we're not getting really enough volume to force the blow off, but we are getting it in the notes. We are getting it in Euro currency. Okay, so we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the Euro currency right now and look at it. We're gonna go to the notes right now and look at it, and we can probably look at the Russell because I can assume that it's going to get there. But again, remember, I may not be able to stay with you and finish these trades, just so you're aware. Stop on the Dow would be 38,710, 38,710. Again, I'm not taking hard takes risk. Sorry. On the Russell, 2060. 20060. We don't have a trade yet. Okay. Euro currency 43. So actually, they're getting so far away now because we didn't take just a shot on them. Okay, so it's going to be hard to say. Okay, so you got potential gold. Euro currency is out of the question now. It's too far gone. And you don't have enough volume in the Dow. Certainly the NASDAQ is a potential, but your risk is going to be up over 50 ticks. But let's take a look real quick. Okay. Dow didn't make it. So the only potential, NASDAQ, which is too much blowback, S&P, reasonable. You can take the S&P if you want. And your stop is going to be 58.11. I mean, excuse me, 58.91. 58.91. You should be out of one. Okay. Go to break even on your stop. Go to break even on your stop. And you should be stopped up. Okay. With a profit. All right. I'll see you guys by Friday, but I'll keep you posted. Nice day. We'll take the money and I'll talk to you. But there again, no trading tomorrow for sure. Maybe not Thursday, but for sure by Friday. Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you later.
All opinions expressed by Tradier Hub contributors are solely the contributors' opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Tradier nor its affiliates and or subsidiaries. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Hub contributors as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. The contributors' opinions are based on their own personal research, but neither Tradier nor its affiliates and or subsidiaries warrants its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. Any trades or positions discussed or referred to by contributors may or may not be actual live trades or positions. Such information is not intended to be financial or investment advice. Tradier Inc. is the parent company of Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. and Tradier Inc. are separate entities with their own products and services. Securities products and services are offered through Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. is an independent subsidiary of Tradier Inc., all rights reserved, member FINRA SIPC.